I immediately mobilized on Sunday afternoon to find out what Chris Jones said to draw that flag. Coach Dungy was sitting a couple spots down from me, and he turned and he said, Can you find out what he said? Because my understanding was words weren't the thing that would draw a flag anymore. And he's, and Coach Dungy played back in the 70s, but he coached up until 14 years ago. He knows, he hears what's said on a football field. There's a lot of things that get said.
That's right.
So there's been, it's not quite a shell game. It's just no one will say what Chris Jones said. Chris Jones isn't saying it. Because at some point last night, I was, it's like, hey, maybe you should ask him. Well, I have, and he's exercising his prerogative to not say what he said. He thinks that it was an overreaction. He thinks it was taken out of context. I mean, if you're the ones throwing the flag on him, I think it's incumbent on you to tell him and the rest of the world what he said, because it's not just curiosity, although our curiosity is piqued, and there's Chris Jones reacting to the version from the NFL with the cap emoji, meaning they're lying. That's his assessment, not ours. But if you want players and coaches to know where the line is, here's an example to show them of a situation that's on the other side of the line. What did he say? At least we know we can't say that in a game that Sean Smith is officiating. And all the other officials need to have the same standard. Like, is there some magic book? Are they carrying around the George Carlin 7 words you can't say on TV if you say any of them?
Thank you.
Like, you need to have, just like with pass interference, with holding, with roughing the passer, you need to have a rule, a standard that is reliable and transferable to every situation. It can't just be Sean Smith heard something that Sean Smith didn't like. That can't be the rule, Chris.
I agreed, Mike. First off, it was my understanding that we had moved past this too. It's one thing if he's standing over him, and again, it's man junk on him, and he's doing that and all that, and we all see it in the visual stuff there. Okay. There you go. Then that's fine. I get that. It's a bad example. First off, nobody on TV would have known anything if he doesn't throw the flag. We would have thought, hey, he could have been like, hey, do you want me to bring the baked cookies over to your house tomorrow night? We don't know what the hell he said. All right? I don't like this. This is the referees getting involved in a football game, and it's an emotional football game. It's about physical and mental intimidation. Who the hell cares what he said? And this is, to me, you made the point here. Who says that you know what is the thing that actually offends a player? I've had guys say some crazy crap to me. I don't care. They talk about my mama. I got pissed off, and now I'm mad. Right? The referee doesn't throw the flag on the mama talk, though, but he might throw it on something else where I'd go, why? I don't care. I mean, I don't know what you could possibly say, and then in those situations, yeah, a lot of stuff gets said, and you black mofo, you white mofo. Yeah, you're white. You're a mofo. I'm coming back to get you. Yeah, you're black. I'm a mofo. Yeah, I mean, stuff like that gets said. Don't be so sensitive, Sally, there, the referee. But that, to me, I have a major issue with him getting involved in that.
We just need to know what it is. Right, bottom line is, we need to know what it is so other coaches, and that's what somebody said to me last night. It's a coaching point. We need to know what he said so players can be told, don't say this. I mean, Andy Reid told reporters on Monday that his advice to players is just don't talk. That's not realistic. It gets back to the whole taunting thing from last year. You want these guys to flip the switch from human to robot. It doesn't work that way. You're a human, you're out there, you're pushing, you're shoving, your adrenaline flows, your emotions run high. Oh, I got to flip the switch back. I can't stand over a guy. It's a physical sport that requires me to tap deep into these instincts I have, to unleash them, to bring everything that I have as a physical specimen. And then I've got to turn off whatever feelings it may engender in my body that may cause me to say something or do something that goes along with this effort that you want me to harness and project. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. And look, something else someone said to me last night. It's good that I know people who are smarter than me, who are insightful about these things. Hey, what did Tom Brady say that sparked the fight between the Bucs and the Saints?
That's my problem. Right. It's hey, big scary defensive tackle says it. There's a problem. Skinny white quarterback says it. I bet you it's not as much as a problem. I bet you the referee doesn't care about it as much. Also, too, okay, to add to that fact, right? I mean, do you know? This is where it's a slippery slope. And I'm not saying this happened, but I'm just trying to give an example. Do you know? Were you in the pile? Do you know what Matt Ryan said to Chris Jones? Maybe he said something that was every bit as bad. Just shut up and referee the game. I did not tune in to watch you determine who wins the Colts-Chiefs game because of what you deem necessary language. That was an issue, and that's really a problem. And the NFL needs to do something about it. Hey, the players have adjusted to, not standing over guys and doing that. They've learned to just turn this way while the guy's here and celebrate over here, and you can say all the things you want and go crazy, and you won't get a penalty. This is ridiculous to even have an adjustment period. I don't want an adjustment period. Talking trash, intimidation is part of the game. Get out of here with that flag there.
Rule 12, Section 3, Article 1C of the official rule book does say that the use of, quote, baiting or taunting acts or words that may engender ill will between teams is part of the definition of unsportsmanlike conduct. So taunting words that may engender ill will. Again, where's the standard? It may engender ill will. And look, it's very simple. And this is what we just need to know what he said, because either the referee overreacted and contributed to determining the outcome of the game, or Chris Jones really did say something that was beyond the pale, across the line, so horrific that he determined the outcome of the game. But in an age of legalized wagering, right?
Yeah.
And let's be realistic about it. You stop him here, you get the ball back, you score a touchdown, and the Chiefs cover, right? In an era where the NFL is profiting mightily from relationships with multiple sports books, you can't have this. You can't have this secrecy. You can't have this lack of transparency. You can't put those of us who are in a position to explain to the fans what happened in the dark. We're still in the dark. What does disturbing language that has no place in professional football mean? What did he say? For anything else that happens on a field, we can see it. For something and then we can judge whether or not it was accurate. For something like that, we can't hear it unless the NFL films microphones were on and they're going to release the footage, and I bet you they don't.
Right.
We're not going to know. That is a loophole before I say this, I am not suggesting it's ever happened. I'm not suggesting it happened on Sunday. I'm not suggesting it'll ever happen in the future. However, this is the kind of stuff that a Tim Donaghy could pull and affect the outcome of a game, Chris. This is a prime example of how an official, if he wanted to, if he was corrupted by the wrong forces, could use his discretion, affect the outcome of a game, and then cover it up on the back end. This is a prime example of how it could happen. I'm not saying it did, but this is what they need to be concerned about.
I hear you there. I do. And, again, language, I don't know. It's a very annoying one to me. It really gets me heated, honestly. To Coach Dungy's point.
It gets you using bad language.
Well, it does. The game will go on all game. We'll just throw flags all game long if we're going to start policing that, all right? And I've never heard a player ever, nobody ever, all right, unless maybe the N-word was used. There's no language that's unacceptable in the football field. None. Don't spit in my face. That's the only thing that's unacceptable in the football field. After that, it's football. Get the hell out of here. And, Mike, you bring up the point, about the Saints-Buck thing. There is a little, rumor out there that a memo was sent to the referees about that fight and the language used in that, and maybe that's why they were over-officious jerks in this one, all right, to steal a phrase from Marv Levy back in the day, right? And
I'll find out. I'll find out if a memo was sent. I'll find out.
All right.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Good to know. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.